Before we start, hi, my name is Shak and I'm an Amazon seller. In this channel, I'm sharing my journey towards a business that provides for me. If you are in this journey by yourself also, you are more than welcome to subscribe to this channel, where I hopefully share a lot of valuable content that will help both of our businesses. And in this video, I'm going to share how I decreased my Acos from 100% Acos to 30% Acos. So this is not a 7% Acos video, but if your Acos is really high and you're struggling with lowering it to 30-40% Acos, this is the video for you. So I launched this product a few months ago, 6 months ago, and honestly things weren't looking that good. I had sales that were only from PPC, so I had almost no organic sales and I had no profit. My Acos was high, around 100%, and no matter what I did, I couldn't decrease the Acos. When I decreased the Acos, the sales also decreased dramatically, and in that time I had 2,000 units in stock, so I didn't know what to do. I even considered selling it in a lost price just so I will get money back and I will declare this product as a failure and I will move to the next one. So I was really frustrated. I tried a lot of tactics and strategies and nothing worked for me until I tried one less strategy, and this was it for me. From losing lots of money from this product, it became profitable. It's not a magic method, it's just the right method for my product, and I hope it also will be helpful for you. Okay, now ladies and gentlemen, I introduce the winning tactic. Okay, so overall my strategy was to start and working more laser focused than before. So before I did a lot of strategy, a lot of method, a lot of things that did not work for me, and the algorithm was a bit confused from my product. So from now on, my tactic was to work more focused and with more intention and purpose. And I'm going to show exactly what I did now. Okay, step number one was the research step. So in this step, I looked for my chosen keywords in which I'm going to start my strategy with. So I'm going to show you how I did and what I did exactly. Okay, so step one is to download all the PPC reports we have on this product. So I downloaded it from Amazon and I deleted all kind of irrelevant information for me. So the information that I needed for this step is the customer search term, also number of clicks, impressions, cost per click, CPC, number of units that the customer buy or didn't buy, and also CTR, click-through rate, and conversion rate. Of course, I wrote X1, X2, X3, and etc. because I didn't want to show you my keywords. Okay, so basically now when I have all this data gathered here, I want to look for the chosen keywords and which I'm going to start my strategy with. I have 5 parameters that I follow. Let's see, parameter number 1 is sales. So first of all, I'm looking for keywords that had sales. This tactic is data driven, so I'm not looking for keywords that I think that may have sales in the future. I'm looking for keywords that already proved themselves and had sales. I marked in yellow the keywords that I eventually chose, so you can see that all the keywords that I chose had sales, some way more and some less, but all of them had sales. The second parameter is clicks. The more clicks a keyword has, the more accurate the data is, as I see it. So for example, this keyword has the most clicks, so I can trust more its CTR and its conversion rate, way more than I can trust this keyword with 7 clicks. So this is another parameter to take in mind. I'm looking for keywords that has enough clicks to make predictions. This is not the only parameter I'm looking at, so that's the reason I took these 2 keywords that has less clicks but have something that the other keywords don't have. I will talk about it soon. Next parameter will be CTR, so click-through rate. After I messed up and did a lot of things that did not work, my average click-through rate back in that time was 0.1%. And now I wanted to increase my click-through rate to show the algorithm that I am relevant in this niche, in these keywords. So I chose keywords that has relatively high CTR. Of course, the more clicks I have, the lower the CTR will be. I mean, like the more accurate the CTR will be. I'll show you keywords with 1 click and 100% CTR. Of course, that's mean nothing. That's why I'm looking also at clicks and also at click-through rate, and also the next parameter will be conversion rate. So back in that time, I think that my conversion rate was around 20%. So I looked for keywords that perform better than the average keywords. This is one of the reasons I took these 2 keywords. I wanted to show also the algorithm that my conversion rate is better. Of course, I have here 2 keywords that has less conversion rate than the average one, but they had lots of sales. So I am going to take them anyway. Okay, the next parameter will be relevancy. Okay, this one I can't really show you, but I also looked at the relevancy of the keywords itself. I remember that around Valentine's Days I had a lot of keywords that were performing well, but of course I won't take them now because I'm not around Valentine's. So I did not look at keywords with Christmas or Halloween or Valentine's Day. I looked for evergreen keywords that I'm going to rank myself in. So that is basically the parameter that I used to look for the 5 chosen keywords. It doesn't have to be 5. For me it was 5, but for you it can be more or less. And now we're going to take these keywords and we're going to move to the second step. Okay, step 2 was to write down exactly what is the purpose of every single campaign. For example, I had campaigns for searching keywords, I had campaigns for ranking, and I had campaigns for profitability. Okay, now we are in step number 2. In this step, I took all the keywords that were my chosen keywords and I placed them in a different sheet so I can build now my PPC campaigns. In this step, I'm going to give a purpose for each campaign. So a campaign can be a campaign for search keywords such as a phrase or automatic campaign, or it can be a campaign that helps me to get ranked in a keyword, and also it can be a campaign that just helps me to be profitable, and that can be a broad or exact or phrase campaign. It depends on the results of the campaigns. Okay, so my first 3 keywords, I can show you this, but they are really high search volume keywords. I don't have a chance to get ranked in yet because the competitors that are ranked there has 10,000 and 6,000 reviews, and I have only 15 at the moment, so maybe later. But for now, I'm going to rank myself in more longer tail keywords rather than 2-word keywords like these 3 ones. However, maybe I won't rank myself in these keywords, but I can rank myself in more longer tail keywords that contains this main keyword. So the purpose for these 3 campaigns is to get ranked. Also, this is the main keyword. I will copy it and I will do a broad campaign also because it will help me to search more keywords. So this is the main keyword. I'm going to do 2 campaigns, one to get ranked not in the main keywords but in longer tail keywords that contains the main keyword, and also to search for new longer tail keywords that contains this keyword. This is to get ranked, and these 2 are keywords that contain 3 or 4 words each, so I am more likely to get ranked in. So that's what I'm going to do, and that's the reason these campaigns are going to be also for ranking. Okay, so now I'm going to set up my target Acos. So in these 2 keywords, I want to get ranked and also to have profitable sales. So my break-even Acos is around 30%. My target Acos, I decided to be 30%. So I'll lose a bit, but I will get ranked, and afterwards I will have profitable sales. So that's what I'm going to do in these 3 keywords that are more heavier, that have more search volume. I don't want my target Acos to be 40% because I will be in a really big loss. So I will choose a target Acos to be my break-even Acos. And for my search campaign, I also want it to be my break-even Acos. So overall, my target Acos is around 30-40% for now. Later it will be less, but I just want to get ranked in some keywords to show the algorithm that I'm relevant, because as I said before many times, I have messed up a bit and I want to fix my history with this algorithm. So that was what I'm going to do. By the way, it succeeded, of course, that's the reason that I'm doing this video. So I have a purpose for each campaign. I decided my match type and my target Acos, and next step I'm going to decide my bid. Okay, step number 3 was to calculate the bid of each single keyword based on his conversion rate. So I'll show you. Okay, now that we have our target Acos, we are going to calculate our bid. So for that, I'm using this equation: bid equal target Acos multiplies price multiplies conversion rate. So this is the bids that I chose. In my opinion, 4 is too much. So let's start from 3 and see how it goes. And the reason I'm choosing this equation is that it takes in consideration our target Acos and our past conversion rate. Okay, step number 4 was to set up my PPC campaigns. So at that point I had broad campaigns and exact campaigns. The exact campaigns were for ranking and profitability, and the broad campaigns were for searching. So at that point I just set up my PPC campaigns with a $10 daily budget. Of course, it depends on what is your budget for advertising. It can be more or less. The one thing that I did differently in this stage that I know that not a lot of people do, and for me it worked really good, I think, is instead of just placing 4 or 5 keywords in one campaign, I separated all the keywords, so every keyword will have its own campaign. So I had like single keywords campaign. The reason I did that is that I had keywords with search volume of 200,000 a month and keywords with search volume of 200 a month, and I didn't want that the more search keywords would drink all the impressions and all the daily budget. So the way I handled it is just to simply set up a different campaign for every single different keyword. And once I did that, I think that the very next day I already saw result. If I remember correctly, my Acos was 60% the very next day after I had Acos over 100% for a couple of months. So I was, okay, something is happening. I hope it will continue. Of course, it continued and it even decreased, but the dramatic change I saw after this step. But it's not the last steps, there are more steps. Okay, step 5 is now after the PPC campaigns are in the air and everything is set up, I wanted to make sure that I am tracking the ranking of every single keyword. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how I track my ranking in these keywords. So I use Helium 10 for that. I have an affiliate link with discount down below. If you want to use that, use. If you have another software you like, then use it. I don't care, just do it because that's really important to track the keywords, so you won't like spend money and have no results. So that's super important. Also, in order to rank in keywords, make sure that you have these keywords in your title and in your first bullet point. That's what I did. Helium 10 has a tool in the analytics section, keyword tracker. And here is my product censored, of course. I censored a lot of things, but you get the idea of it. Now I'm out of stock, so my ranking is not really good. But when I had stock, I had a lot of keywords here that I was placed 1 and 2. And I can see the search volume of this keyword. Here I can see my trend. So if like I'm losing rank, here I'm losing rank because I'm out of stock. So make you sure that you are adding the chosen keywords to here. You paste it here, add keywords, and then you have the keywords here, and then Helium 10 track your ranking in this keyword, so that's important. In stage 6 I will show you how to optimize all these campaigns, so you will see how I'm using this, but for now just make sure that you track these keywords. Okay, step number 6, and the most important step, this is the step that I am still in it, the optimization step. So every day I did optimization for my PPC campaigns. I started with doing it every day and I'm doing it every couple of days, so I'll show you exactly what I do and what is my system. Maybe it will work for you too. Let's talk about the yellow keywords. If a keyword is there to get me ranking in longer tail keywords, I'm trying basically to maintain the target Acos. If the Acos is above my target Acos, then I lower my bid, and if it's beneath, then I increase my bid. My target Acos is my break-even Acos, and I don't want to lose money in keywords that I don't have any chance to get ranked in directly. So that's the reason I don't want it to be above target Acos, and the reason that I don't want it to be beneath my target Acos because I need more juice and more sales. So this is the reason. Okay, with the red keywords, these are the keywords that are super relevant to my product probably, and I have a chance to get ranked in. They don't have a lot of search volume, however my conversion rate is relatively high. So in these keywords I want to get ranked in first placement, so I'll get profit in the future. So I'm making sure that I'm getting ranked there using the tracker in Helium 10 like I showed you before. I track it daily and I want to see a trend that my ranking is getting better. When I'm getting ranked there, normally in position 1 or 2 or 3, and I'm stabilizing myself there, I wait for at least 1 week to make sure that I'm really ranked there, and then I can try to decrease my Acos, so my Acos will be also profitable. Here, normally, I don't care if the Acos is break-even or maybe above break-even, then most likely I have their organic sales, so my tacos there is profitable. Okay, so now for the search campaign. First, if it's above my target Acos, I stabilize it in target Acos, so I lower the bid, and if it's below, then I'm increasing the bid, exactly like I did here in the yellow keywords. But also I negate bleeding exact. For example, if I'm selling a yoga mat for kids, and I see that I have a lot of keywords with adults, then I negate the adults. I don't like to negate yoga mats for adults. I like to negate only like one word. So I won't confuse the search campaign, because it can think that my product is not a yoga mat if I put a yoga mat adults in negate. So that's the reason I'm trying to negate like one word. And also one more thing that I do here is when I'm having a sale, I'm placing these keywords in another different campaign. It can be a yellow keyword or a red keyword, it depends on each keyword, but this is how I'm growing my campaigns. And overall daily budget, I said that I start from $10 a day, but if I have campaigns that have like a lot of click, 20, 30 clicks, and I know it's stabilized in a target Acos, then I don't mind to increase the daily budget, because why not? So these are just the basic things I'm doing. Of course, there are more like small things we can do. If you have like more specific questions, ask it in the comments. I didn't want to take you too deep in the things, because I wanted to keep it simple so it will be understandable. So this is like the main principles, and it worked for me really well. As I said before, I lowered my Acos from over 100% to 30% in less than 2 weeks, and now I'm stabilizing it in 30%, and maybe I will lower it even more. Okay, so that was it. Basically, it took me a while to figure out what works best for my product. I think that there are different strategies that work differently for every single product and every single niche and every single seller, so it takes time to realize what works best for you. I hope that you took something out of this video. If you did, please like it, and I would love to hear your journey and where you at the PPC journey, or maybe an Amazon journey overall. So let's meet in the comments and get to know each other. I would love to get to know more sellers. See you next week.